Gail propagates a lot of plants at the moment, and happily shared some of them with us. And because we're trying to establish gardens here, any plants we can get that we know are going to survive down here are a bonus, essentially. So we got given a whole range of different things that are going to go into the garden, and at the moment they're just either sitting in water or I've actually planted them out. So we have a couple of gums here, which are going to be like a ghost white gum, which will be beautiful, and they weep and they have a really white bark, which is fantastic. And luckily she's given us a few descriptions happening here, so a lot of this will get all planted out, this will get planted out, and we've already started doing some garden beds. So we're going to increase the garden beds here as Sprocket pees on one of the garden beds as he does. So this area here we're going to make something nice and formal. Probably we might actually even pave here and then have a little seating area here with something behind here. Then these gardens will be put in and flow through, and then over here, which I'll go under the clothesline, I have these pots which we bought because I thought that maybe we could etch them and then we could use them. So one of them has drawings on it and we tried to etch it, but clearly it's anodized, so that's not going to work. But we've managed to put some fantastic plants in here that will hop up so you can see, that will start to grow and then dangle down and fill in the space a little bit. We've got a bird box as well that a friend gave to us, and then of course we have this planter here. So we're going to have some hanging down succulents and this lovely thing which will take over a little bit and should be nice and chandelier-like by the time we finish. I've been working today in cleaning up the studio a little bit, so we now have a casting section here. The shelving was made from a bed base that I found underneath the house, and I wanted to make it quite sturdy, so the bed base was actually quite perfect for it. So the organ is gone from that, and I've made this shelving here. The board is made from the old door, the temporary door that we had. So we've got that, and then I put the shelving up the top there as well, and then a shelf at the bottom for all of the casting flasks ready to go, and started to hang some things up out of the way, which is good because they're inside. That's all very handy. And then I've been pulling apart, there goes Sprocket underneath the door. Let me lift that up for you. There you go. And then I've started pulling the actual organ that was there apart, because I'm not going to be using this. So the old bellows are broken. There's little bits and pieces of wood and everything, so I'm getting rid of those. And then the only thing that I am keeping are the ends here, because these are going to be transformed into a cocktail cabinet. So I want these two ends for that. So apart from that, it's just a matter of pulling everything apart. So I've got the components to make the cocktail cabinet, and then this area is nice and functional now and nice and neat, and everything is in the one spot. So I am super duper happy with that. That is excellent. And today, or this afternoon, we're going to go and get some wood to start creating some shelving for all the way along this wall, and then all the way through there as well. So we'll be getting rid of these two shelves and have everything stored properly. So all the market stuff that was in the trailer and all the camping stuff, which is now sitting all the way around the studio, that's all going to go and be put away somewhere nice and neat behind a door so you don't see it. But then we're ready for whenever markets start up again, whenever that will be. And we'll keep on doing that this week because I would love to have that all finished and out of the way so that I can just come in here and not have to worry about mess and it's all organised. I really want it organised. If you can't tell, I really want it organised. So yeah, onward and upward. Very excited. We went to Bunnings and bought a whole bunch of wood to start making shelves. So these shelves, as I said earlier, will sit all along this wall essentially. So we've got 30 pieces of wood and I can start making some shelves soon. Yeah. What are we doing?
Painting. We're just going to give it a bit of
a test.
A test to see if it's...
So we got sample pots, right?
Yes. So this is called Gulf Stream.
Gulf Stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. We were going to go for a teal or a blue in here, but we think we may have found this is a porter's paint. So we're just doing some little test swatches in various areas and we're going to see what it looks like. Yeah. If we do enough patches, you will have this room painted.
Well, haven't you seen a blue giraffe? Yeah. We've got our rhino over here.
It's got the spots. Yeah, we got this rhino, which is pretty cool. We're going to put that up some stage. Not sure when, but soon. Before all of our house guests arrive.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
No one's going to see the before.
No. Well, Tanya would have seen the before, but we'll just have to do a couple of coats and then see what it looks like. Biddy! Sprocket thinks it's playtime. Hello, Spazzo. What you doing? What are you doing? You want to play. You want to play.
I want to play.
Be different when we do it with the roller.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Very exciting.
Yeah. I think it's going to dry much darker too.
Yeah. We also got a pink for the bedroom, so we're going to try that out next.
Maybe.
Yep, we'll show you that too. So we have some petal pink, which is once again a porter's paint, and it's an eggshell finish. So apparently that is something between a matte and a... What did they say? Between a matte and a...
Eggshell and a matte, I think.
No, oh, a matte and something. Anyway, so we are looking at painting our bedroom this colour.
Oh. Pretty in pink.
Well, not too pink, which is good.
No, actually, I think that would be a good color.
I think it'll be great. Yeah. What's he doing?
Someone's a bit upset that we're painting. Sprocket, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You're not paying me any attention.
What do you got there? What's that?
Look at that mess!
What's that? What did you do?
What is that? What? Look at the mess!
What is that? Doing a little rolling. With the sun coming in is amazing.
Branden and I went for a little bit of a journey this afternoon, and we were looking for something completely different, but we found these mirrors, and we got them for $20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peace.
$20 a piece. So we're at night time, and so our room is nice and moody. We've painted it all, and what we're going to do with these mirrors is we don't want them as white, so we're going to paint them with some leftover Porter's paints that I've got, which is a alchemy liquid gold. So they will be painted gold. This mirror here will be painted gold as well, but that'll probably be spray painted because it's a rattan, so it's probably easy to spray paint that. And then we're going to do a wall of mirrors up here. So we're bouncing some light around. But tonight's project is these, wine, and of course a fire, which I've just started, so it's not quite there raging yet. But we will have more on our design as it comes about. Dinner time for Sprocket. So we've made a combination of some 5-star mints, because we forgot to buy him some mints. So he has 5-star mints from Aldi, and then he has also some tuna, which is from Aldi. So I'm just gonna, as that flicks across the room, that's all right. Let's get rid of that. Are you ready for din-dins? Do you want din-dins? Sit. Good boy. Sit. Ready? Okay. Well, that's the first, because usually he doesn't eat straight away. He will wait for a little while, and then he will eat. So, thankfully, we have fed him din-dins. So what was that? Go on. Don't get camera shy on me.
Okay. What do you want me to do? So I changed the recipe, and
yes.
I put, instead of a cup of plain flour, I put a cup of self-raising flour, and I used the same recipe that I did, thinking that it was going to get fluffier and bigger, and it didn't. And I'm looking at it now going, I'm not really sure if it's what it had...
You'd hoped it to be?
I would have hoped it would have turned out to be. So it's sat in the same place, but I'm already looking at it...
It seems the same height too, right?
It's the same height, but I'm kind of thinking that it's not going to taste the same. And looking...
Oh, we'll just have to taste it.
I know, but looking at it, like, I like that...
Your actual original recipe looked fluffier.
And that was with regular flour.
But you also put baking powder, bicarb soda or something in it?
Both.
Yeah.
And
Did you do that into that?
I did.
Oh.
And then I did a cup of self-raising, thinking that that would give it...
Some more raising.
But... Yeah,
it kind of looks...
See, this is the thing, is
flatter,
like,
right?
you know, I have that, if you're a cook or a chef, you have this artist capability, because you can play with it. And with cooking and baking, well, more baking, it's a science.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't fuck with science.
That's why my sister did so
so
well at baking, because she's a scientist.
Yeah, and like, and that's the thing, is like, I've only tried baking now. I don't bake. So, out of my 3 goes, we haven't tasted it yet, so it might be...
Do you want to open it up and see...
Oh, God.
Oh.
Do I have to do this live?
Yeah. The things I force him to do. Yeah, see, it's way flatter than...
Yeah.
That's flatter, right?
Well, almost. It actually doesn't look as moist.
Yeah, but you usually put banana on the top of it as well.
I do.
And we didn't have enough.
I usually make it prettier, but this isn't a cake knife.
For anybody who's watching, this is not a cake knife.
It's not a cake knife. It's a steak knife.
It kind of looks airier.
It's airier, but I think maybe that's probably the problem. It should have been it should be a bit more dense, but see, it's...
Yeah, but you changed it, so...
I did. Like, yeah, well, you can tell me.
Mm. Still tastes like banana bread.
No. No.
Yeah, it's good.
It's just not as dense, probably.
That was the whole thing we were trying to avoid, wasn't it?
But, like... That'd be really nice grilled.
Grilled? Like how?
Oh, I put it on...
What, with butter?
We can't eat any more butter.
I'm not allowed to eat any more butter.
Anyway, alright.
Alright, we're going to have dinner. Bye.
The pub's open.
The pub is open. We're in Inglewood.
Oh my gosh, look at that cafe.
About Inglewood, which is situated 199 kilometres from Melbourne on the Calder Highway. This historic gold mining town presents a vision of the past. Inglewood forms part of the famous Golden Triangle, which encompasses some of the richest alluvial gold fields in the world. The last great Victorian gold rush occurred here in the 1860s, bringing prosperity and a burgeoning new life to a rural community. Clearing the land of mallee scrub and producing wool for the young colony and for the export to England. Gold was the magnet for miners to flock to Inglewood from all corners of the globe. A few miners' tents rapidly became a tent town of thousands. Inglewood became known as the city in the scrub. In the third year of its existence, Inglewood became a borough of Inglewood. Such was the wealth taken from the earth and the rock that the tent town became a community of substance, buildings of timber and brick, imposing structures, several of which still stand today. So hopefully we get to have a look at some of those. It's an old butcher building back there. Wow. This building is spectacular.
Amazing. Look at the fence. Tiggy's house.